Hello. Uh, yeah, so I'm baking the light in the background. So, to kill my time, I will make a tutorial how to make grass cheap, really cheap grass. I mean, free grass, and which is performing well. Doesn't look great, but it's performing well. So, this is actually priority in VR. Okay, let's begin. I'm gonna use the... Am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. I'm gonna use the tree for that. So basically we're gonna make a tree that looks like a grass. We're not gonna use the standard Unity detail system for the grass. We're gonna use the tree system for the grass, which is, in my opinion, working well, better than the grass system. Okay, I'm gonna create the old type obsolete tree Unity standard tree creator. Okay, let's go to our tree. That's our tree. We're gonna get rid of the bark. We don't need that in the grass, obviously. And we're gonna create leaves. Let's move this a bit higher. Okay, so these are our leaves. So let's click on leaves. We're gonna do the cross. We can do the tree cross as well. I'm gonna do the cross. So now we have a cross. This should be a branch of the tree with the leaves, but we're gonna use it for the grass. Now we have to put it I don't know, for some reason the rotating doesn't work, so we have to apply the seed for it. And the seed number, I had it somewhere, 1 second, 446. And there is plenty of these seeds, because you can change the seed here, but the one that actually works pretty well is the 446734. Okay, we have an early vertical. Now we're gonna fix the angle here and from this side as well. Okay, more or less it's straight up. Show you how the tree cross would look like. No, the tree cross wouldn't work well for the grass. Okay, so we'll stay with cross. Okay, now we have to assign the material to leaves. So for that, we're gonna create a material. Correct, grass. Let's say 1. We're gonna set up the shader, which is nature. Tree creator leaves fast, because we want them fast. Not beautiful, but fast. Okay, we go back to our tree prefab. We click on leaves. We're gonna drag this material to the cross. Okay, now we need to get some texture for the grass. Grass is basically built, or trees, leaves are built from the transparent texture. So you can find a lot of them online for free. I will show you one of the pages here. You have plenty. They must be, you see the chessboard here, this means the background is transparent. We can take this one, for example. Okay, let's wait for the download. Yeah, downloaded. So I'm gonna drag this texture here. Okay, we have a texture here. Make sure it's alpha source, or source is set up to input texture alpha to the texture type. Okay, we're gonna drag this texture to our material. Okay, so make sure it's transparent here. We're gonna go back to our tree and we're gonna rebuild the tree. Okay, now we have a grass. which is the cross, which looks okay in VR because it doesn't make the billboard and it doesn't move with your head on close-up, of course. Okay, so we have that prefab done, but let's make it, just in case, let's create the prefab of it. Okay, so we can get rid of this guy. We have our prefab here of the tree. We have some more settings here. We can actually create the wind zone for it, so they're gonna move. Okay, let's paint it. So we're gonna go to the trees. We're gonna add the tree, which is our grass called tree. And now we can paint it over. Okay, let's make some extreme stuff. Actually, let's go back. We can set up the... We cannot do random rotation on them because this is how the billboard system works in Unity. You cannot have a random rotation, but you can have a random height. So we're gonna make a really random height. So we're gonna do a lot. We'll see how heavy it's gonna be. So I don't know. There is thousands of them. Okay. Where is our camera? Let's place this camera so we'll have a view for this big grass field. Let's say here. Okay, yeah. So now let's press play and see what we can do now with it. Am I VR? Okay, I'm VR, so 1 second. I was playing before, so I switched back on. You're gonna keep it. I have a OpenVR package, that's why it's opening in VR. Okay, we have a 379 draw calls, and we have it 8. So this grass takes, now it's 689. Okay, let's optimize a bit. Tree distance, we don't want to lower it. We're gonna do the billboard. Okay, you can see how billboarding is working. Look at the draw calls now, 16,000, because the billboard starts in 193. So for the grass, what I do, I set up the billboard start very low, like let's say 10. Okay, so this grass is a billboard now. Okay, and look at, we have 80 draw calls, and if we disable it, we have 8. So this whole patch takes 75 draw calls, and there is, I don't know, let's say 50,000 grass pieces. Okay, so if you get closer, the crosses are moving with the wind. Here we have billboards, they are not moving. So if we increase the billboard, we're gonna increase the draw calls as well, because this is kind of bad part of this tree creator stuff, general tree system. Each tree is not batched, so it will make one draw call, I think at least. But the billboards are batched, and they're batching pretty well, because you can see there is 100,000, I don't know, 10,000 of them, and we have 70 draw calls only. So that's why I use the billboard start as low as possible. So it depends how dense you have. If you have a density like that, I suggest to go low. If you have a if the grass is spread around, you can actually increase the distance of the billboarding, but you can see the draw calls growing drastically as well. So that's why we keep I will keep 5. The closest grass is moving. We have no billboarding effect here because these are the cross. So if you are in VR and if you look at around, all looks good. What else? I can paint more actually. I'm gonna stop it. Let's mark the tree. Let's make a brush size. This is the highest density we can. This is definitely a lot of grass, okay? And we'll see the draw calls now. $170 draw calls. That's the lowest we can get. Fate land, that I don't know, I think doesn't work. Tree distance, okay, and now we can lower the tree distance. But you see, it doesn't make a big difference. The draw calls, 70, this is kind of nothing. No, it depends how optimizing, but look at how many pieces we have. This is definitely over 100,000 of them. And we have 140 draw calls now. Only if you are moving here. Because they are not billboards, these are the billboards, screenshots of these guys. So we can decrease the tree distance. It doesn't change much a bit, yeah, you can tweak yourself that. So this is the extreme settings actually of like usually you don't use as much grass as this here, and you can see we have like 100 batches here, 600 over FPS. If I turn it off, I have 8 batches, 770. So you see that it doesn't take much. So if you use it for random patches all over the map, it basically costs you nothing. So if we clear this up, and if we use the normal settings for the grass, like kind of density, let's say, like that, which looks, let's say, natural. We set up the billboarding. You can see how billboarding works here. You don't have to use the wind zone, so there will be no difference between the billboards and the crosses. So you won't have, well, you can use it anyways, it doesn't cost much. Okay, so going back to our terrain. So we have a 5 billboard start is 5, tree distance 5000, so unlimited, let's say. Let's press play and see the draw calls. I don't know how many here. I would say there will be a couple thousand easily. I cannot count like that, I'm not Rain Man. But we have a 14 draw calls, 14, 1-4. And if we disable trees, we have 8. So all these trees, grass, trees, yeah. All these cost us 6 draw calls. This is nothing. So that's what I meant. Cheap, doesn't look beautiful, but it's cheap. You can play with the random scale. You can play a bit with the material of our tree. Don't change this shader because this is hidden shader. This is the shader. This is the optimized shader that was generated on your tree. So every change you do with the, let's say, these colors here, you have to recreate the tree, and it's gonna create new shader here. It's gonna update this shader. Do not change anything here, because you will lose the batching, you lose everything. Okay, so I added some orange translucency, whatever it's called. It makes kind of weird look from orange from one side. It depends where the light, I think, goes. Just play with it. It's not perfect solution. It doesn't look beautiful. They all look the same, but if you mix them with the, just repeat the steps for each, create new material, download different type of grass or something similar but different, and repeat the steps to create an optimized tree for each grass, each material. And if you mix them together, couple types of the grasses, you will have a big field of grass that will cost you nothing. Okay, I think that's it for today. See you next time.